going on, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Now today we've got Shane Watson, his top 5 captains he ever played under, his favourite top 5, maybe his, I assume he'll be talking about the captains he actually played under, not just random captains. But hey, if you guys are new, subscribe. This video's been out for quite a while, I actually think, but I only was aware that Shane Watson had even made YouTube fucking videos until a few weeks ago when I had a few people send me some links of it. So I appreciate all the people that sent them through. Much appreciated. Go follow me on Instagram. Go follow me on Twitter and send the links through there because it's well appreciated. So thank you all so much. Check it out. Alrighty, just quickly, I better, at the rare chance Shane Watson watches this video, which, let's be honest, he won't. But Shane Watson, one of my favourite batsmen in my generation. Obviously, as soon as I started watching cricket when I was like 1 or 2 years old, he was just starting to come into cricket. I kind of grew up watching this man play cricket. Test level, ODI, T20, IPL, Big Bash League. One of the most consistent batsmen Australia's ever had. One of the best batsmen, in my opinion, Australia's ever had. One of the best all-rounders Australia's ever had. Great bloke on and off the field. Let's check it out.
Hi everyone, and welcome to T20 Stars.
I'm Shane Watto.
Today I'm going to be talking about the top 5 captains that I played under and what made them so good. And this is in the order that they captained me throughout my career.
Alrighty.
Number 1 is Ricky Ponting.
Yeah, Rick.
The thing that stands out for me with Ricky Ponting was everything that I heard before I actually started playing in the Australian squad, around the Australian squad, was that he was the ultimate team man.
Yeah.
So to be able to have that skill and that connection with your teammates around you and then be a very strong leader, really that is the ultimate combination.
It's facts.
So Ricky always led from the front with his actions, but he also knew when to say the right thing to be able to pull the group together or an individual up when they really needed some strong direction. For me, Ricky personally he just believed in me more than I believed in myself. He knew the right things to say at the right time to challenge me to be able to, achieve things greater than I ever dreamed of.
I mean, firstly, I can't wait for Ricky Ponting to become the coach of the Australian team. I mean, Ricky Ponting is gonna lead the Australian Test side into so much glory in every format. I can't wait.
The other thing that Ricky, for me personally, was he managed me incredibly well, physically and mentally. When I was opening the batting in Test cricket and one-day cricket, he just knew the times, when to bowl me, when not to bowl me, so then I could be as fresh as I possibly can going in, opening the batting in a Test match, for example. So these things are the things that really stand out to me, and I was so incredibly lucky to have Ricky captain me for a long part of my career.
Facts.
Number 2 is Shane Warne. I was so incredibly fortunate to be captained by Warnie for the first 4 years with the Rajasthan Royals.
Oh, that's right, because I was about to ask. When did Warnie captain, but of course at Rajasthan?
The thing with Warnie is a tactical genius, there is no question.
Facts.
His foresight in the game of even T20 cricket as well. He was the first person to be able to bowl a spinner in the first over of a T20 game, just knowing that the batsman was less chance of going guns blazing and be able to get through, at least burn and over in that first 6 power play.
He did kind of invent that.
So he just had a great foresight, and there's no secrets why he was so incredibly good. Tactically is the best. The second incredible skill that he brought to T20 cricket and as a leader was he was always talking to his bowlers about how can we get a wicket. So for me, my mindset was always not getting hit. To bowl balls where I'm trying to not get smashed out of the ground. Whereas Warnie would always come up to me and say, how are we getting this batsman out? That's the most aggressive play. That's the way to be able to stop the runs. So that mindset shift changed me totally. And that was not just in T20 cricket, but Test and one-day cricket as well. So, and that's the reason, that's what Warnie was trying to do every time as well.
Facts.
The other really incredible thing with Warnie was his ability to be able to bring a group of people together.
Yeah.
And he mentions this and goes into detail on this in the episode of Lessons Learned with the Greats, when he talks about how he was able to bring people from different cultures, different languages together really quickly to be able to bring everyone along for the ride with him and produce some of the best cricket that us individually and also the team that we're involved in was very special to be a part of. So he just knew how to be able to connect with various peoples on different levels and just bring everyone along on the ride. So that's an incredible skill that Warnie's got. So I was so fortunate to be able to experience that and be a huge part of that throughout the Rajasthan Royals.
Yeah, because I have heard a few people talk about it. Well, whether it's in the Australian national teams or whatever, but especially I've heard a lot of Indian or not foreign, but players that aren't Australia, when they're playing with Warnie, when they were playing with Warnie in the IPL, they used to say how good of a captain he was. And now Watto's saying it. It's true. You know, he brings all the boys together. Let's have a beer. Let's sit down. Let's discuss. Good bloke.
Number 3 is Rahul Dravid. Rahul Dravid is
When did Rahul
one of the sweetest
captain?
and most kind people you'll ever meet.
Well, that's
in your life.
facts.
Super genuine. But the one thing as well
We love Rahul.
you never disregard is his desire to win, and he does. He hates losing, as we all do, but he definitely hates losing. But he's just such a sweet and genuinely caring guy.
Hey.
And his leadership skill always just disarmed all the players around him, whether it was a senior player who he'd played against through various tournaments, but also a young rookie as well. He just knew how to be able to connect with them because of his genuine kindness. And that's how he communicated as well. Rahul never raised his voice. He always knew how to be able to really tap into the different variations of levels and layers within a group. And it's a very special skill that he had. And tactically, he was incredibly good as well. And there's no secrets why at Rajasthan Royals, the first year that he captained the Rajasthan Royals, were able to get through.
Okay, so he captained Rajasthan, because I was about to say I knew that he had played for Rajasthan, but I didn't know that he captained
the Champions League final. So he just had a great tactical sense, but also his ability to be able to connect with everyone throughout the team is an amazing skill, and I was so fortunate to be able to experience that and get to know Rahul along those lines as well.
Rahul's a great bloke.
Number 4 is Virat Kohli. I was so fortunate to be able to be captained by him for 2 years that I had at RCB.
Oh, I was about to ask. That must have been at RCB. Yeah, well, this is no surprise, of course, Virat. Well, this actually is good timing because a lot of people have been questioning Virat's captaincy for the Test side at the moment, and that everyone's always questioning Virat, but it's good to hear another voice and opinion on how good of a captain he is.
The first thing that really stood out for me with Virat as a person was just the layers of a person that he has. He's got so many varying interests away from cricket as well.
That's a good thing.
Which I found absolutely fascinating. So that is something that I didn't realise from just playing against him, but it makes him an incredibly interesting person. From a leadership perspective, I just found it fascinating to be able to see the best in the business go about his work, whether that was at training and leading from the front at training with his dedication to his skill, whether it was in the field or whether that was batting in the nets. But then also his desire to be able to win as well. Ricky Ponting and Virat was so similar in one way in particular, was they hated losing. They hate losing. Ricky didn't show it as outwardly as Virat does.
Yeah, true.
But that's the thing that drives them individually
to win.
To be able to just show up every day to perform at their best. But also that's what drives the teams that they play in as well, because they expect that from everyone around them as well. And that's the power that Virat has, is because his desire to win all the time. Every single time he goes out to play, he just drags the whole team along with him. And that's
so
a very
true.
powerful skill to be able to have. And that's what makes Virat, and he's had a lot of success, and so much success as a captain. So it was really special to be able to see someone just drag everyone else with him, throughout a tournament.
Facts. And I mean, you look at, there's a reason why, India's national teams, every time Virat's been captain, they're always so successful. RCB's been so successful. Of course, they haven't won a title, but they've made title games. They've been in the top 4 almost every year when he's been captain. There's no surprise that I've never heard anyone talk a bad word about Virat when he's been captaining them. Not one. And that proves a testament to him.
The fifth and final captain is MS Dhoni.
Oh!
MS Dhoni.
Oh, of course, at CSK, of course.
I only ever played against him before I started at CSK.
Yeah.
And I always just loved how calm and cool he was.
Yeah.
He only ever said a couple of words to me at the times that I ever played against him, which was, thank you for the game, and that was about it. So then to be able to play with him and he's Captain Cool. There's no question.
Yeah,
Whether it's
facts.
on the field, whether it's off the field. On the field, he knows how to direct players when they need to be directed, in a genuinely nice way. He never gets upset or rouses on his players at all. He just knows how to be able to just gently move them in the right direction. That's how he bats as well. That's the reason why he's able to absorb so much pressure as a batsman, especially when the team's chasing. So, and then off the field as well, he's very, very cool, very calm. And that's the beauty of everyone who plays with him. Just loves playing with him because you're not walking on eggshells at all. You know that there's a great connection there through all his players, and MS he believes in his players. Everyone loves playing with him and being in the squad with him because he truly believes in his players. And I was really fortunate to be able to experience that personally in the last IPL. I wasn't performing like I knew I could. And in most other teams, I would have been dropped.
Yeah.
A few games before I end up scoring a few runs. But MS is just genuine desire and belief in his players, and that's with Stephen Fleming as well as the coach. But their belief and MS's belief in players, it makes everyone around them
feel better,
10 foot tall and bulletproof. Yeah. And I'm so grateful to be able to experience MS and his belief in his players that they will come good. And knowing when not to drop someone is definitely a really amazing skill. Whereas a lot of people just at a whim they'll drop a player.
That's facts.
Scored runs or performed in a couple of games. So the other thing with MS that I find fascinating is his other interests outside of
his cars, motorbikes.
One is his love and passion and interest in the military. And gosh, he knows the history of Indian military inside out and military around the world. So I find that fascinating to be able to learn about. And obviously his bikes and he's fascinated with that. He knows that inside out. So just the varying layers of MS, it's been fascinating. But most importantly, as a captain, he just knows how to get the best out of his players, to stay calm and collected throughout varying pressure situations. And the belief that he has in his players, and it makes everyone want to play for him, which is, as a leader, that's
what you want.
I truly feel crazily lucky to have been captained by 5 of the greatest captains that have been in the last 20 years. And I've learnt so much from them, from their leadership styles, and from their ability to be able to get the best out of people, which is going to help me and hopefully everyone else around cricket to really understand what's made them the masters at what they do. I hope everyone's enjoyed it.
Bro, I mean, firstly, shout out to Shane Watson. I mean, like, I'm so glad that I've watched it. Like, you can just tell. Like, everyone's always known. Like, I've watched Shane Watson interviews in the past when he was playing cricket, when he was out of cricket. He's spoken about personal battles or struggles or stuff. He's spoken about how good cricket was, how difficult it was at times. He's been one of my favourite all-rounders to ever watch. And I haven't heard a whole lot from Watto in the last, since he retired from the IPL. I haven't heard a lot from him. He's not big on social media. He doesn't post all the time. He's not sharing his opinions on. He's just a cool guy. And honestly, he would be one of the guys, if I could just choose any guy to just sit down, have a beer with, even if he doesn't drink beer, have a few juice boxes and just sit down. He seems like he'd be one of the greatest mates to ever have. Like, he just seems like, I don't know, the way he talks, he's just such a good guy. But hey, that is going to cap it off, guys. Shout out to everyone who sent me this video. I appreciate it. This has been one of my favourite videos I've ever reacted to. And I'm definitely going to go through a lot more of Shane Watson's content to see if there's some other stuff that I'd love to check out and react to. But hey, I don't think he uploads anymore. But look, I mean, still, if you didn't know he had a channel, go into the description, subscribe to him, like all of his videos, comment on them, and say that you're from my channel. And maybe we'll get Shane Watson to start uploading again. Wouldn't that be cool? But hey, that is going to cap it off, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one.